professional group practice.
Oh, here we go.
We have power. We are connected.
We're out of practice. Oh, shit.
It's all
Red
right.
light.
We'll just go real old school and claim Job the lawnmower man screwing with the internet again.
That's how it usually is. Usually how it goes. Oh, Lord.
Oh my god, that second movie.
So we survived the holiday season.
Yep.
I'm not sure about any of the people we work with, but we survived. And that's all that matters. and I see, and I also see that Kelly and I are in a coffee competition. I don't know who's drinking more. It's probably going to be me.
True.
I have experience.
Yeah, she doesn't have the you sleep when your staff sergeant orders you to experience you got.
And not to mention she's still optimistic about life.
Yeah, that little bit of I'm not actually sure if hell would be worse than this. Pessimism will do a lot to increase your liquid heartburn intake.
Uh-huh. Although for me, I don't get heartburn from coffee at all. It's odd.
Yeah, well, that's like I've never had the intestinal issues that people claim excessive cheese eating gives you. I've
Haven't
always just
either.
like, what? It's
No,
cheese.
it's
You eat
cheese.
it. It does no harm to you. No, no, no. If you eat too much cheese, it blocks.
And
Her eating more cheese is what loosens me up.
coffee does loosen me up a little bit, though. I will say something for the late Robin Williams talking about coffee being a diuretic. Yes, you will shit a lot. Uh,
I have it to jumpstart my brain, and more importantly, to jumpstart my colon.
Coffee is a diuretic. Yeah.
Move it, boy. I've got to drop a resume.
Oh, come on. What are you doing in the shower? Catch and release.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm gonna throw this one out here real quick.
what you got?
Thanks to the wonders of free streaming apps and them getting whatever they can get their royalty rights on,
Yeah.
I recently went ahead and binged all 8 episodes of the Dana Carvey show.
Oh,
After not
Lord.
having seen it since it aired live. It's like,
Oh, you mad lad.
In all fairness, yes, the humor is extremely dated because it's a sketch comedy show. That always will be.
Yeah, that does happen.
I think if it had been on in a later time slot,
could have worked.
And he had not piggybacked the SNL characters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, dude, you made your name doing the president stuff. You really should not have dug so deep on the political humor on this show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that looking back on it after all this time, giving it a fresh chance, that's my biggest thing I can say is because it was so similar to what he was doing on SNL in a lot of skits.
Yeah.
This whole show came off as a stuff that wasn't good enough for Lorne Michaels special.
Right.
And I think that was the biggest thing that hurt it.
That really was. So
just seeing that tag team of Stephen Colbert and Steve Carell what, a good 10 years before anybody gave a crap about them.
Right, right. Before the 40-year-old virgin and way before
The Office.
The Office, and definitely before Jon Stewart got the idea to make a parody news show that Trevor Noah has turned into complete shit. And
So
it's not
basically, he retrograded it back into when Craig Kilborn was hosting it.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I know. I just see the commercials when I'm like watching the occasional episode of South
And
Park. It's like,
yeah,
no, I'm good. I'm good.
and it's not for anyone that wonders. Yes, I do lean a little bit to the right in the politics, but it's not Noah's politics that does it for me. It's the fact that Noah doesn't know how to tell a joke to save his life. It's like he's trying too hard.
Oh yeah, he definitely has that young stand up at
Yeah.
the open mic night vibe where like you can tell he knows the punchline will not carry itself, so he does that like loud over emoting of the punchline.
Yeah, and that's not good. I mean,
Can you believe Trump said that? It's like,
give it a rest, dude.
dude, do not take your cues from Fozzie Bear. The humor in Fozzie Bear was he wasn't funny.
And he got the
It was the
tomatoes.
schadenfreude of watching him bomb every night.
Yep. So, all right, let's get into the boring shit that.
So given who Jim Henson would have been watching back then,
Yeah.
can 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 we rightfully say Fozzie Bear was basically a shot at the Borscht Belt comedians?
He was, yes, he
He
definitely was.
he yeah, you go back and look at that era of stand up of those
Oh yeah, the
that
Borscht Belts were
generation
pretty.
of Jewish comedians, and then you flip over to Fozzie, especially on the original Muppet Show.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah,
That's definitely where he got it from. All right, So let's get into the boring shit, buddy. On where we've both have been for the entire month, because all we've done is either telegram, telephone, or just flat out go a few days without communicating. Muhammad was probably wondering where the hell we are, but he got busy, we got busy.
Yeah, I had the post holiday hangover.
Oh God, yeah.
Had to do my.
And then on top of that, you had end of year inventory, which sucks. I've been there. It's which for the Joes listening in at the restaurant, that we've got a partial capacity, but gun inventories is where the ATF comes in, and you've got to keep perfect fucking records.
Yeah, that. I mean, that's the thing that like regular consumers do not understand. It's like, no. I mean, yes, there's we have to have a license to sell firearms.
Uh-huh.
But it's not like a driver's license where you have to royally, fuck up to get the courts to even consider pulling your license. This is like no, dude, you go like 6 miles over the speed limit instead of 5 and you're done, son.
Yeah.
Like we're not dealing with the DMV. We are dealing with the ATF. They are some anal retentive OCD people.
Oh, and like you saw my regulatory test for FINRA to be able to go through and examine stock books.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Yours is just as ridiculous when you had to get the FFL.
Oh, yeah.
People do not understand that getting a federal firearms license. I mean, and in fact, here's the fun fact about it. You can handle automatic weapons legally.
Yeah, with the federal, yeah.
You can handle automatic weapons legally. You know, as a trader, as a seller, you can handle them legally. You can't sell them to anyone except people that's authorized by the ATF under a class 3 license. And even then, those are few and far between. And that's probably fucking Ian McCullen from Forgotten Weapons, a show that we both actually like. He shows some weird shit, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, I'm an episode to episode guy. It's
Yeah,
like, oh, what's he got this time? Okay, yeah, that one does sound. Yeah, I'll give that one a.
yeah.
I'll,
The
I'll
late,
give that. I'll give that one a white noise listen. And
yeah,
then
the
you
latest
look,
one he did. I'll have to look, but
look
he,
at the screen when it gets to the real detailed
yeah,
breakdown. But
he did. The most recent one, as of this recording, was the C96, the Red 9 Mauser from World War One. He did an update on that. And it was like,
nice.
and those broom handles, but yeah, stuff like that you
See,
can handle.
that's always my bread and butter. Is I love the old school firearms, like back when like making them was a real true art, because
And it still is too.
there wasn't this thing where it's like, oh yeah, any idiot can sit there and go online and understand what all the parts are. It's like, no, this was back when they, not so much inventing the technology, but figuring out what the technology could be.
Oh yeah.
Because let's be honest, there's been no real major hardware advancements in the firearm itself. So like,
No.
oh yeah, better scopes, different feet,
Yeah.
the accessories are still all over the place, but the gun itself,
It's a
yeah,
basic firing pin, hammer, gas chamber, and yes, we do mean gas chamber. That's how it's propelled. The bullet
yeah.
itself is shell casing, powder, cap, projectile. Simple as it gets.
I will say on that old school nostalgia. I can't even say nostalgia because it predates me and my father's lifespan, but on that retro OG vibe, I love the Henry Lever actions.
Those are good. And they're still
Oh, go! I don't make enough money to have my own collection of gold boys, but
no, no one does.
oh, I just love holding them for a minute when they come in.
And you
Is
have seen,
that Doc Holliday
yeah.
Wyatt Earp vibe
Oh
from a
yeah.
well built lever action.
Which
Ooh, that 4570, man.
yes, you know what my prized possession is,
Uh,
right? The mare's leg.
yeah, yeah.
The that my Henry, the mare's leg, basically.
Yeah.
Which it was a sawn off shot, sawn off stock, sorry,
Yeah, stock.
shortened
Yeah.
barrel and a sawn off stock. Basically large leg holster. Those are considered illegal-ish today for a reason.
Yeah, you have to check your local ordinance, state ordinances on those.
Yeah.
Certain states, they will flat out not put up with it. So other states, they're like, look, just don't show it off at the range. You can have it in your house unloaded, but just don't play with it out in public.
But if you do shoot someone with it and they entered your house, we're not going to say anything about it because it's your house.
No, that's when they just look at you and do the papatitis. Hey, ain't gonna do that again, are you?
Just look
Yeah,
at
no, it hurt. Knocked your ass across the room.
the guy. You gonna try that again in his house? No. If the guy's still breathing, that is.
That is just still one of my all-time favorite ones. The father makes you earn knowledge. Go ahead, put the penny in the slot. I know it hurts. Yeah, I was watching.
Flew 5 feet across the room. Not gonna do that shit again, are you?
Quit crying. Your eyebrows will grow back.
Right.
That's the one that sells it. Because that puts the full image perfectly in your brain. Your eyebrows will grow back.
Right.
It's like, yeah, fun with voltage.
So, other than that,
classics.
so yeah, ATF came in, you passed. That's the good part, which, and you had it at a very weird time in American history. The same week that you get your ATF inspection, those dumbasses storm the Capitol. Bet you that was awkward.
The good news is, given how far I am from DC, it's just one of those things of, what, ain't my customers? Fucking weirdos.
And it's like, if it was my customers, I would smack them with the bed I have under the desk.
Aluminum or wood? Oh, no. They get the wood. They get the OG Louisville. The aluminum's for the people that are dumb enough to think that they're going to try to shoplift some stuff off the back shelves. It's like, no. I know it's just a cheap little holster. You still got to pay for it. Clink.
Go to actual jail. No,
like forget the nun with the ruler. You just get back of the wrist, little tap with that aluminum baseball bat. It's like, I can see the whole store from my counter. That's why the store's laid out the way it is.
It's like, gee, we only designed this on purpose for a reason.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a security camera dead zone in my shop.
No. And if there is a dead zone that you can't see, don't worry. The nice officers from the Georgia State Police will be sure to see all the footage.
Yeah, I did. But
no, I just had to run through. A lot of companies are starting their end of year, or beginning of business year, so it's going through all that stuff on my end.
Yeah. It's always important when we chat about this stuff to remember that it is end of fiscal year, not necessarily end of calendar year.
Yeah, every company goes through a quote unquote business / fiscal year. A lot of companies do it February to January. Makes it a little easier. They don't have to just scramble during the holiday.
Because there's no point trying to take inventory during the holidays.
Oh, hell no. No. Because you're already overtaxed with holiday sales. Plus you have to do the books. You will do some book cooking. Not intentionally. I mean, a lot of people are like, "What? You think people would intentionally cook the books?" No. You're gonna forget shit because
it's don't think of it as book cooking. It's just a little reheating.
Yeah, and it really is. So
it all comes out legit in the end. You just can't necessarily do everything in real time.
All right.
But yeah, and then of course I had to get in the rhythm of my batch reporting for the solo stuff because it's just easier when you get a day off with the vlog type stuff to just knock 2-3 out at a time.
Oh yeah. And also, I did talk to Rabbit. He's like, no, thanks for the concern and stuff. Hey, he
Yeah,
did. He did. Miles
I,
is in a good home. He made sure they
yeah,
went to a good home.
yeah. I saw the public posts on Twitter, and you know,
Which is good. That the boy's going to a good home, but still sucks what happened, but it is what it is. Uh Also, there's other things I'm checking on my tablet. Everyone is telling me Ease 9 is out, but I think it's consoles at the moment. Still to come
and
to Steam. So who knows?
yeah. And just because it's been a little while due to the between season break,
Yeah.
let me just go ahead and let you know, folks, the policy still stands. You ain't getting a dime from me, DC, because I don't give a flying flip about Watchmen, and I never did.
Uh,
And I don't care what you try to do to repair Wally West. Heroes in Crisis was a absolute disgrace for storyline. That made no freaking sense for it to be Wally because he has the best support system in the entire DC universe.
oh yeah.
Seriously. That thing dropped like what, a year ago, and I'm still shaking my head at going,
Don't care.
did y'all people ever read the Wolfman Perez Titans run? I don't think you're actually familiar with who Wally West is.
Oh boy. So
Yeah.
yeah, I hate to say it. I don't think
But
DC
yeah,
I don't think DC is gonna last much longer in the short term.
no, I think that they are dragging their feet and taking their sweet time with all this dark multiverse, doomsday clock, Doctor Manhattan's, the new anti-monitor nonsense. It's like just shut up.
Uh-huh.
Shut up already.
Oh yeah. And also take a look at that
And
map.
let's go ahead before we leave comics here. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
admit it. Yes, uh, I do not give money to about 70% of Marvel either, because a lot of the small stuff being done in the individual books
Yeah.
does not interest me.
No.
The whole Iron Man 2020 thing was kind of a neat throwback to that archaic story with Arno Stark and all that, but it didn't, like, in the long run. You're just like, so y'all spent like 6 years of Iron Man solo books to set up a story that felt like it should have been this big huge deal, ended like out of nowhere because you basically ran out of issues that they would give you to tell the story.
All right.
All to sit there and say Tony Stark and Rhodey are back in the same place they were before you started all this nonsense. Except that Tony's suit is now like VR hard light nonsense. It's like, what? Literally, why do they even call him Iron Man anymore when there's no metal, let alone iron, in his suit?
Huh.
Just pure copyright crap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check out
But
that picture I sent you. That
map,
yeah.
yeah. But
the attacking America.
yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the story for what it was. On the something just to read by itself if you knew the little bit of back stuff. But at the same time, like, I finished it and I was just like, Well, I'm glad I borrowed these issues from a buddy because I have no desire to give any money to Iron Man at this point. Like I'm even if iffy about giving money to the Avengers just because Iron Man's around in that. Like, you made me less interested in Tony Stark.
Oh, don't worry. You want to get less interested in the Avengers? Jason Aaron's writing it.
Oh, I know. I keep track of the main Avengers book.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I loved Jason Aaron's work on Wolverine and the X-Men because it was one of multiple X-Men team books, so it was okay for it to have kind of a quirky, semi-comedic vibe to it. Because it's like, well, if you want your serious X-Men, we have a guy also do it. But there's no other main Avengers team book. So it's like, if you don't like Jason Aaron's stuff, there's no alternative.
Nope.
And his stuff on Thor was exceptional. That may be the best work he ever did at Marvel. Did a lot to make Thor interesting.
And then
it was almost impossible to follow up.
And then he shoehorned Jane Foster in, and that's where everyone else is like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the Jane Foster stuff was there as at Jane Foster as Thor. Was it Foss Thor, as the internet was calling her? That was good for what it was, which was the midway point where he kind of makes you think he's going one way, but then at the end of the Foss Thor one, you realize, no, he's still setting up all the stuff he was doing before that. This was your intermission point. This was the 7th inning stretch. We had a little fun playing with the base concepts. Now it's time for Act 3. Now it's time to get back to the nitty gritty. So it was a thing. Like, I mean, ending with the War of the Realms and her becoming the one lone Valkyrie, like that was great. She's been doing great in that role. But, I love the ending for War of the Realms. It's like, how do you punish a sociopath who has proven over thousands of years that he's never going to rehabilitate? You don't send him to hell. You show him heaven. Because to his twisted worldview, that is hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to punish me? You're going to beat me? Oh, no, we've tried all that crap. We're going to show you how good your life would have been if you weren't a complete douchebag.
Yep.
No! Like, that's how you punish a villain. Like Malkeith.
Yep.
Or however you pronounce his name. I'm not good with Nordic names.
I'd have to look at it to see what the name is.
Malekith. That's the problem. I'd have to dig the word back up and see how they arrange all the vowels.
Pretty much.
Y'all know who I'm talking about if you know anything about comics or Nordic mythology.
Oh, yeah. So, other than that, I've actually been back in the gym trying to eat a little better. Today was my cheat day, as you saw me go through an entire thing of macaroni.
Hey, it's all about the cheese sauce. Screw the powder.
Well, yeah, it is the cheese sauce, but no.
You got to have the patience to properly stir the cheese sauce, though. So it really, it mixes in with all the macaroni.
Oh, yeah. But no, I did hit 300 plus pounds, but then I got back in the gym. I'm down to like 290-ish. I want to say
good start. Good start.
Yeah, it's like, I know I'm not going to be Mr. Olympia. I don't want to be.
Yeah, but we both want to avoid that
diabetes.
Or the tooling around on the electric wheelchair, because even you're tired of hearing yourself get short of breath trying to walk more than 5 feet.
And that's the funny thing. I haven't, but I want to avoid that. I really do.
And I've always told everybody because I mean, I've always been and I'm always going to be a bulky person. A lot of it's the DNA.
Yeah,
You've seen me, broad shouldered, thick
yeah,
necked. You know, I could have 0% body fat and I would still look wide.
yeah.
But
That's how it goes.
it's I tell people is there's being overweight and then there's being sloppy fat.
Yeah,
And you have to know where the line is because that's where it's like, no, that's where I will say, like, well, no, somebody that's just built heavy and built thick, no, you don't body shame them because they're never going to look.
they're not gonna look like an emo boy
Yeah,
band member.
exactly. But when you're just sitting there eating, sticks of butter dipped in brown sugar, it's like, okay, at that point, no, you're making a conscious choice to do this to yourself.
Yep.
You need a little more negativity in your life because clearly the positive reinforcement has not been helping. This is slow suicide.
From fast food. George Carlin reference. You gotta love those.
I know, but it just reminds me of how Schadenfreude hilarious it was when that Super Size Me guy got his documentary so thoroughly debunked.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that guy. If that had happened in more recent times, he would have been a perfect lol cow. It's like,
yeah, but
wait.
hmm?
No, I'm just saying, like you look at when everything came out, it was like, wait.
Seriously?
So you had a super restrictive vegan diet for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder eating Big Macs made you puke. You went from one extreme to the other
Yeah.
with no transition period.
And honestly, I have been told because by my physician, which I still regularly go to one because of my neurological condition, I can't do a full vegan diet, even if I wanted to. The long and the short of it is I need lots of protein to
Yeah.
keep the muscles firing. And they're like, no, don't go towards paleo diet and shit like that, where you're just eating a steak every day. As fun as that would be, they're like, eat one steak a day, have you a little veggies, which I've been eating a lot more of those too. And
I'm telling you, man, steamed carrots are the jam.
well, I had steamed carrots, I also had steamed broccoli. There's those packs by Green Giant where you can do like broccoli, like do this broccoli cheese bake type deal.
I try, but I just do not have the taste buds for broccoli. I try.
Well, with broccoli, the trick is you're gonna have to eat it with something tasty, if that makes sense. Like,
Oh, dude, I said throwback. Ah, yeah. Give me some sharp cheddar, but at that point, it's like
well, and then I eat a lot of
I think I hit neutral now.
yeah. I think I eat a lot of the broccoli. I eat it with a lot of chicken. I eat it with a lot of steak. You know, and it's like cut down the steak, get the broccoli, put them all together, munch. But
I will say some good chicken gravy does help the broccoli.
and that does too. Yeah. Uh, and
Yeah.
and I've also just on happenstance, those Hormel meals too. The ones,
The heat and eats.
yeah, the heat meats that you get at the cold section at Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've popped into those a few times.
I had this one pretty good one, turkey with.
Good portion control.
Oh, yeah, they had the one with the turkey, and it has the turkey gravy, and I'm not normally a fan of turkey gravy.
The turkey and the dressing with the turkey gravy.
No, this is just turkey and gravy and sliced roasted
Okay.
turkey.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I like the ones with a little bit of dressing in there. Again,
those are good.
get your bread in, your carb and your protein mix.
Well, yeah. Well, no, the funniest part is that
A little bit of celery in the dressing too. It's just
yeah.
enough to give you a taste of it. As you say, balance everything out. But yeah,
but I don't know what
no,
it
you
is
were
about
saying
the.
the straight turkey and the gravy.
I mean, I do get the veggies with that too. I mean, sweet potato or get broccoli or the carrots. I don't know what it is about the turkey gravy that they put in there, but it's like, you know how turkey gravy can be overly salty?
Yeah.
For some reason, the Hormel one is salty, but salty enough, if that makes sense.
Well, it all depends on how you make the turkey gravy. Because if you do the straight up thicken the juices off the seasoned turkey meat,
Yeah.
you have to look at how the turkey was seasoned. Because if it's the seasons that are the straight salt base with a little bit of other stuff, yeah, your gravy's gonna taste really salty.
It'll be overpowering.
That's why I love the Mrs. Dash seasonings for my home cooking, because there is no salt base in that. It is sodium free.
Oh, yeah.
I do not mess with seasonings where I look at the label and it's like 50% salt.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you.
I'm also
I get enough side sodium from the other stuff I eat. I do not need to just suck on a ham.
I've also
oh
gotten
god,
into
I do miss that. I do miss that one web comic. I think I showed it to you once, or it's like the ugly hill with all the monsters and the regular funerals. Where it's like the guy sat there and like went on the salt-free diet from his doctor for so long against his will that he had the salt binge. It's like his little interns was like, dude, stop it. You're salting ham. Ham is already 200% salt. Stop salting the ham.
Yeah.
It's like we've all known that guy. Like that thinks salt is one of the four food groups. It's like, no, bro. There's just something about that punchline just stays in my brain for years. Stop salting ham.
Which compared to our friend Brian, who believes that peppers are a food group.
Brian believes peppers are foreplay.
Oh Lord, I feel sorry for his
lady. Let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that's what fuels his libido some days.
Oh, his poor wife.
I mean, hey, she's there when he goes, because she's the one filming when he does all these pepper challenges at these restaurants. She knows what's going on. I had to check my phrasing there.
Yeah.
That was about to be god awful.
I don't know.
But no, going back a step, I will say with the turkeys, I have found if you go to Kroger, they have some very nice pre-seasoned turkey tenderloins.
Oh, I've seen those, man. Oh, those are nice.
The Applewood smoked one is the bomb. Just enough juices to keep it tender. You do have to kind of add your own gravy to it. They don't give you enough juice off it because it is a pre-packed portion control thing to mix up your own homemade turkey gravy. But you get a good turkey, the Heinz glass jars, they're not too bad on the sodium count.
Well, yeah, that's the good part.
Use that, and you mix that in with what little juice they have as the supplement to even out your gravying. Yeah, that's the stuff right there.
Well, yeah, and of course, lots of fish too. I mean, I've eaten a lot of fish. Oh, okay. You're gonna laugh at what I did one day before the Walmart closed, and I was running to the gym. So, those little pouch tunas, those StarKist pouch tunas.
Oh, the quickie lunch where it's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. You know, I normally get it's like the 2 ounce,
Yeah.
and I was gonna get a whole pack of them. I wasn't looking, so I grab a whole carton or box of tuna.
Did you get the oil mix?
I mean, I got the oil. That's the one I want, the oil. But no, it
No,
gets
I'm
better.
sorry. I don't eat fish regularly. Every so grand often I'll get a craving for tuna because tuna fish
Yeah,
sandwiches was the childhood. I got to do it in the water. The
yeah.
oil, to me, it throws off the texture of the meat.
Well, I mean, I don't mind the oil because that's.
But I also mix it heavy with mayo. So
I mean, I don't do it so heavy, but
yeah.
so
I mean, yeah, I suppose if you go lighter on the mayo, the oil wouldn't be as bad to mix then.
right. So I do go light on the mayo. It kind of enhances it when you go light on the mayo and you've got oil. If you do the water, then go heavy on the mayo.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's a
saying. See,
that's a fun food tip for everyone.
that's my jam
Yeah. You love mayo, get the water.
with the slice of cheddar there.
Yeah, I do that too. Or shredded cheese. I mix it in.
Well, I mean, if you're going sandwich or just straight from the bowl, yeah, straight from the bowl, you'd go shred.
Yeah, but if it's like a quickie sandwich, then I sometimes I do a tuna melt. But anyways, I get the pack, and I'm like, why is this? This tuna is usually like maybe $1. Why is this ringing up $3?
Oh no.
I think about it. I look, and I'm like, after I rung up 12, I didn't think about it. I was like, what the hell? I was headed to the gym. Then I get home, I look at the pack, 6 ounces. I'm like, and I think you know me well enough that I only have one of two responses. Either I'm going to get extremely pissed or I'm just going to be like, fuck it. My response was like, fuck it. I'll eat it
mean,
anyways.
it may take you a little longer to go through your case, but
yeah. And it has, but it's like,
it's not like you picked up the albacore tuna.
oh God, I've done that once and I was pissed. I was like, who eats this?
Seriously, can somebody show up in the comments thread sometime before the heat death of the universe and tell us who goes out of their way to eat the albacore?
Who? And everyone in the restaurant shaking their head too. Like, I don't think anyone here eats it either.
That's like eating.
And this was back when oh my God, they were catching dolphins in the tuna net stuff. I think technology has gotten a little bit more advanced that they can tell that's a tuna, shit, that's a mammal.
Well, it's like the old Drew Carey joke. You keep hearing about the dolphin safe tuna. Well, how come you never see the tuna safe tuna net? Some tuna flopping on the fishing boat going, what, am I not cute enough for you, motherfucker?
Yes.
Like, it's all well and good for the dolphin huggers to save the dolphins.
What about the tuna?
Yeah. What's up, bro? Why don't you like the tuna?
Yeah.
But no, I do not eat fish in general. I said a couple times a year I'll get a craving for the tuna fish for the nostalgia pop.
There's tuna fish, and then
I'm sorry, I'm too much.
I do.
It's too much of the whole. And I know I feel bad saying this because I am a white boy. It's too much of the spirit animal thing. You know how I get around my Shark Week.
Yeah. Oh, your shark are over there eating the fish, anyways. No,
that's the point.
The other one that I
already think I'm enough of a shark. Besides, I always associate more with the tiger shark. The motherfuckers will eat anything.
More or less. I do eat like the Gorton's fish or the Mrs. Paul's, whatever. Any form that you can get beer battered fish in. I used to like the crunchy, but now I'm just kind of like, eh.
See, on the flip side, I do love my shrimp.
Oh yeah, I like shrimp.
And if you can get it for a fair price and you know how to cook it, I mean, dude, some lobster.
Yeah, yeah.
God bless. I'm gonna power level a little and get a little personal here on the cast.
Go ahead.
I have the mother from Vermont, from New England. She grew up close to Maine lobster.
Yep.
She knows what properly cooked lobster tail looks like.
Uh-huh. As she should.
Yeah. And she will put some lobster tails away when she gets a craving. As I say,
the one thing
about once or twice a year, she'll start getting that glint in her eyes. My dad will go, okay,
let's go get the lobster.
Time to get online, get the real Maine lobster shipped down here. Because no, you're not getting good fresh Maine lobster down in Georgia.
Really not.
You might have a good grocery store that gets it in, but by the time it gets down here, no, you order it yourself. You have them put like the 2 day shipping on it and the cold chest thing.
Yeah.
He'll do that.
Same way that both of us get the Porter Road steaks.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they don't sponsor us, but go check out porterroad.com. They've got farms in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Georgia.
Oh, yeah. All about the local shipping.
Uh-huh.
Anytime you can local ship your meat and cut down how long it's sitting in that cold chest.
Oh, yeah. And they do dry ice and everything. Get it in there, get it to your freezer, get it to your grill, Bang, bang, and bang. And there you are. But yeah, I do like the lobster. The one thing that I had tried before, and I can't find a place anywhere in the South, I guess I'll have to go up north, is a lobster roll. You know, that sandwich? Yeah.
There's a couple places in Atlanta. I don't know the names off the top of my head right now.
Oh boy, I guess we'll have to do a road trip one of these years then.
Yeah, I've got to check with the friends of the family that live up there, but there's a couple of the seafood restaurants, not the big chains, obviously.
No.
Where the owners came from up north. Yeah, they'll do a lobster roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have that. They exist in the southern U.S., but they're the
diamonds. They're the diamonds in the
they're
rough.
the diamonds in the rough. They're the ones like you got to know people that live in the area.
Yeah, know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
You got to be on the lobster roll BB boards.
Probably. Which couldn't you imagine? Couldn't you imagine one of these days, Huber like, shut the fuck up, Jaime and Dave, to be like, shut the fuck up! You're gonna let the world know about our conspiracy.
I always liked BB Code.
Oh, BB Code's hilarious, but no.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I do think though. Be honest with you, I do think with a lot of the chaos that's happening in the country right now, I think a lot of people will go back to the VBS and the old news group stuff. If for the sake of those that are getting quote unquote canceled, will just go back to them and IRC, just because how are you going to regulate something that's been peer to peer for years?
Yeah.
Shut off one node, they'll migrate like cockroaches to another one.
Oh, very true. But ultimately, though, it does come down to the big point that, I think y'all just have to remember. Live and let live, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, just if everybody just sat there and went, I mean, everybody from the 1%ers on down, just sat there and went, it is not my responsibility to give a crap about your life.
No.
It's like, so somebody's got more money than you. So what? Guess what? You still can't take it with you.
Nope. Oh, and on top of that, too.
You're still going to end up being a sad sack. And Buddha and JC look at you and go, yeah, you're not getting into the VIP booth.
Sorry, buddy. But no. And to wrap up everything, yes, I did get into more stock trading. I did see the stuff with Wall Street bets and the GameStop insanity. No, I didn't cash in on GameStop. Wasn't going to.
My buddy I told you about that coincidentally had bought some GameStop stock a few years ago.
Yeah.
And just never sold it.
Yeah.
He did sell before the
crash.
Big crash this go around. So yeah, he did bank a nice little nest egg. He's planning for his future
no, seriously, you should.
Future children's college. He's like, yeah, this is it's like, yeah, I got the wafu. We're gonna have the kiddos sometime in the next couple of years. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put this aside for kiddo expenses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's that is how you end up cashing in on people like this to begin with. It's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna sit on this game. It's like I didn't sink money I have to have back in a year into this stock. I'm just gonna sit around until I feel like, until it eventually does something. Yeah, what's worse to happen? The company goes bankrupt. They still got to pay off the money you put in there to begin with off the stock.
Yeah, pretty much. By the way,
what was that? Is that 11 or 13?
What's that?
You have to pay off all your investors, so they break even.
I want to say that's
because one of them, you're not allowed to dissolve as a company until you pay off all those outstanding debts.
Chapter 13 is consumer.
Yeah.
So chapter 11 is corporations or partnerships.
Yeah, you have to make sure that only the actual owners of the company, the ones that screwed up basically, are the only ones suffering from the business closing.
It's called a reorganization bankruptcy. Basically, any company that files it with a bankruptcy court, if they find cause that, yes, you just need a restructure, then that's what they'll do. Instead of a chapter 7, which is for everybody, which means total bankruptcy, total insolvency.
Yeah, chapter 7's we're going to liquidate it and then vaporize the liquid.
Yeah. For those that are listening that want to know your bankruptcy laws, go to uscourts.gov. There's a section called Services and Forms that covers bankruptcy.
It's edutainment.
It really is. And also 12 is one that our farming friend did have to file relief for the family farmers and fishermen.
Yeah, that's right. They're under 12, so.
Yeah, got a friend of ours that worked on a fishing boat. And all this stuff that happened with Hurricane Katrina affected him hard. He had to file Chapter 12 because he lost his boat, basically. And he filed the right paperwork and said, hey, this was what my job was. They at least paid him 80% of his debt, helped him pay that off.
Yeah.
And then he's paying it back slowly but surely. He is out of trouble, so to speak. He got him a new boat, He tried to pay everything on time. He had to work on a fleet boat for a while. and told them, hey, this is what's going on. And the guys that he worked with knew him anyways. The corporate fishing vessel knew him.
Yep.
So they weren't, weren't laughing at him or lording over him. They're like, no, we'll help you pay it off. Gave him a job, helped him out. I think the owner did help him buy a new boat too, because he knew he wasn't going to stay there for forever. Well, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so that's what good people do.
Yeah, on that tangent, it's like, yeah, uscourts.gov, look all that up. Honestly, I think people should know how the government and how the courts work. Don't be Onision. No, don't be him. Know how your bankruptcy laws actually work. As Lord knows he doesn't.
Actually, I think it's the tax stuff that's more hilarious.
It really is.
You can't claim literally every penny you spend on anything over the year as a business.
This is expense. No.
Also, real quick, just
that's fraud.
Bridge our bouncing subjects. Remember, Captain Marvel 2, aka Monica Rambeau, aka Photon, aka Pulsar, aka Spectrum, comes from a New Orleans fishing family. At various times when she's temporarily retired from superheroics, she's helping her dad on his fishing boat.
Pretty much.
Because that's the ones I like, where it's like, no, we don't just know that they have a past. Like, no, this is a family business. And she's not saving the world. She's helping make sure her dad's keeping the boat afloat.
And so eating well.
And financially.
Yeah.
So, yay!
Now, fishing boats pay a lot of money, but it's hard work. Very hard work.
But, yeah, I will say, I did get it. I did, as I told you, on the side there, I am diving back into the IDW Ninja Turtles continuity. Took a break from that for about a year just because I was distracted with other stuff. But throwing a little side money, getting a couple trades at a time. So I've got a couple of them sitting here, just came in the mail. So I'll be reading those, and probably re-inspire me to chit chat more to the people about that particular run and why it may be the only way to write the Ninja Turtles properly.
Well, it just took them a while.
Well, again, it helps to have one of the original co-creators as the not the writer of every single little thing, but the grand architect. Like a lot of the spin-off minis, he won't write. Like he doesn't. God, hold on. I gotta think of my comic titles. He's not the scripter because he's not doing all the dialogue, but he is working with the scripter on the overarching plot to make sure it all fits in with his bigger picture. There we go. That's the terminology I needed to get there. But
I can see that. Which
other people play in the sandbox, but he keeps the sandbox nicely maintained and still does most of the monthly issue stuff. Along with the editor, is it? Yeah, that one's Eric Burnham. Wait, is that Burnham or Watts on that one?
Trying to think. It's been a while since I've read it.
Let me check my books here. No, that one's Watts.
Okay.
Yeah, Watts is out. Burnham does Ghostbusters for IDW, which is the other one. I follow, but they've been in the do a mini series, take a step back, for a few months till we get another good idea, bust it out as a mini, which I think with that license is the best way to do that. They did the ongoing for a few years, laid out their universe. Now they just write it when they have a good idea. Which is the way to go with Ghostbusters, because we have seen enough bad Ghostbusters material to know don't force it.
Right.
So, but yeah, we'll definitely be chatting in the future. Heck, maybe just do a season discussing the many ways they have adapted what was originally a Daredevil satire.
And it was.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. Eastman and Laird had never lied about that when they got, when people at the time, that's what they were doing blatantly in the first few issues, the first Mirage volume. And they've never changed their story over the years. It's like, yeah, no, it's like it grew into its own thing, but no, we were kind of looking at what Frank Miller was doing on Daredevil and went, no, seriously, somebody's got to take the piss out of this. It's taking itself way too seriously.
Right.
Mirage Studios, because it was two guys working in their garage. The idea it was a studio was an illusion. Gotta love guys with that kind of humor.
Well, definitely. All right.
But yeah. But yeah, I got those. About with the ones I got at Christmas, I'm about 3 volumes short of finishing Dr. Slump. So that'll be a nice earmark goal. Very classic manga. So, which that one ran 18 volumes. That's pretty short for a decent manga.
Oh yeah.
Not like your boy Golga 13 there. That's
still going.
I think what was that? Sure, I think he's I think they're like what 8 on the longevity, but like 3 on the amount of money made off of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I showed you that chart of the most financially profitable mangas. But yeah, that sitcom one about the local police station guy, it's been running in one form or another since like the early 60s. That's still the king of longevity. I know I showed you that one a while back.
I think you did.
Yeah, that's. I feel bad. I can't. Let me try to get the name real quick, and then we'll pop it off with this because I feel bad to tease people like that.
All right.
It's like, yeah, it's like, oh no, sweetie, you think Dragon Ball had a lot of content? No, he's barely in the top 100. It was no, excuse me, that's number 2. Number 1 is Dokuben, which is a Japanese baseball manga. Started in 72. Here it is. Kochira Katsushikaku Kamiera Koen me Hashotsuja. Often shortened to Kochikame.
Yeah.
I had to show off my English, but yeah, started in 1976. The manga itself did end in 2016. So that was what, 50 years?
Right.
Yeah, 50 years, 200 volumes, which are not the individual chapters. Those are the volumes. So God knows what the chapter count on that would be. But yeah, so yeah, that one concluded, but I think they're still doing like light novels and stuff for it. Live action adaptations here and there. But yeah, that one's Kochikama's. Okay, yeah, Golga 13 and Kochikama both have 200 volumes. But because Golga 13's chapters are so much longer,
Yeah.
Golga has 639 chapters, but Kochikama has 1,960. So it's technically longer in that it has more chapters.
Right.
So chapter count, it wins, but the volume count, they're tied. So it's those two. It's a matter of how you want to define length. But Golga's still ongoing, so it could theoretically beat the volume count on it soon anyway. And that Golga started in October 68. Yeah, he does. I think he takes a little longer getting the volumes and chapters out.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, Takeo Sato. But yes, go research Golga 13, people. Very interesting series, very influential on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, third best-selling manga series and top selling of the seinen genre.
Right.
Which is seinen's what, like college age boys? College age men?
High school to college. Yeah. Late high school to
shonen is child to early teen.
Yeah, this is late teen to college.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a different genre breakdown than your Naruto, One Piece, DBZ.
Deals with a lot of adult issues as well.
Thing. But yeah, seinen is the next age demographic up.
Deals with a lot of adult issues, but you know what? Let's segue. Now that you brought that up, you know what? Let's talk about that next show.
The different genre breakdowns of the mangas.
Yeah. Why not?
See, I don't know. Yeah, because like
I didn't say
we're definitely going to do it, but at the same time, it's like I think I'm going to have to be that American asshole, and I know it's considered this one, but personally, I'm not. Yeah, we'll have some fun debating.
Something like
really a shonen series.
But like Golgo 13 is definitely a seinen because
that one, yes. I'm saying I'm gonna go and let's go ahead and spoil this one. There's some story arcs where Rurouni Kenshin probably could have been seinen.
It could have been, yeah. No, I'm not going to disagree with you,
especially with its historical basis to it. That's what I'm saying. Some of the shonens we could argue
are actually
seinen transition style.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll discuss the subgenres and demographics of manga.
All right.
Yeah, it's not all what you get on Toonami, folks.
Nope. Well, say goodnight to the patrons and let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, gotta go. Quit drinking my sugar drinks here.
Eventually. All right. Have a good one, folks. We'll be back next time. Yep, we're breaking down manga and the anime. Yeah.
Anywho.
Good night.
Yep.